Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. Today we are talking about Babylon 5 and the episode The Knife. The knife refers to a sword that is the pride of a friend of Londo's, used in a great battle that they both participated in, and pointing out that he and Londo were both pretty good swordsmen in their day. However, he comes to Londo this time needing help, and Londo is very much willing to do so, to the point to where Veer is almost surprised. He said, there's sometimes in times like this when I'm proud to be your attaché. Londo waves it off. Go on talking like that and you'll bring a tear to my eye. However, what we find here is a situation where the government has been turned upside down in the Centauri Republic. The old emperor was ready to make an apology to the Narn just about the time that Londo and Morden were making a deal in order for them to start a war with the Narn. Now, Londo had no idea that the Shadows were the ones that were being represented by Morden, and therefore is not completely culpable in this, but the fact of the matter is he never really cared how it was being done, or at least he didn't care enough to make him stop. Despite the fact that every step of the way Veer was saying, you don't know what's going on here, you're going to get yourself in deep trouble. Stop while you can. You can always make better decisions tomorrow. And he ignores this advice. And yet we see time and time again that despite the fact that his prestige and political power are on the rise, everything else is going away. And everything that he values is going away, including this friend of his who comes on the station looking for his help. They were once very close friends and allies and soldiers together, fighting the great battles of the past. But his friend says, that's not such a big deal anymore. We don't need to go for honor and glory anymore. There is right and wrong, isn't there? And Veer agrees with that in private with Londo. Why not? Why not try that? And Londo drops back on, but my destiny. His compulsion to go for the notoriety, the honor, the political power that could be gotten by letting events go as they eventually do. And things don't get any better. He loses a friend. He loses respect of many. He has the blood of who knows how many Narns on his hands. And yet he can't seem to listen. He can't seem to think that he can step back from this and try to fix it. He can't do anything but say, the die is already cast and I have to go the way that fate takes me. And that fate is not going to be great. It is not going to be a good ending for him. He may do very well politically, but personally, in happiness and in security, he'll never have it. Veer, on the other hand, is one who's fairly happy to be in the position that he's in because, of course, his family, he was not very well regarded in his own family, and they pushed him into this position just because they could get rid of him, and he could look reasonably important while not bothering the rest of his family. And Veer has accepted that, interestingly, and enjoys being on the station and having the amount of influence that he has, but does not really seek to grow that. And while it might seem a lack of ambition, what it really is an abundance of conscience. And if you have anyone who is the real conscience of this whole endeavor, it's really him. while we have people like Sheridan and Ivanova and Garibaldi doing their jobs, you have Vir and to a certain extent Lanier, who are the ones who are really holding the moral center of this whole story. It's kind of interesting to me, and it's a compelling watch. There's some good action there. We see more Centaurs than we usually do. We see only Londo, and we find that he is not absolutely unique among the Centauri, but we do see that he has a fatal flaw to him, and that makes an interesting part of this story. And he's going to be the central part of the next 3 seasons, so might as well buckle up right now. That's what we have on this one. I think that it's a very good episode. There is a side plot of Sheridan who is having hallucinations and thinks that he's either under great stress or going mad. He can't tell, and how that resolves in the end is pretty good. It doesn't contribute to the ongoing story, but it's a good one-shot kind of plot. And it's interesting enough. We get to see a good deal of Garibaldi and Ivanova and Dr. Franklin in this as well. So that works out pretty well. So I'd like to know what you think. Please put it in the comments below. And of course, if you've not subscribed to this, when the big blue subscribe letters come in front of me and across the screen and whatever it does, please subscribe. We appreciate it. Also, if you missed that, there is a little circle on the side that'll say an N. If you click on that, that's also a subscription thing, if you didn't know. So, thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with a Deep Space Nine episode. Until then, don't go far.